Welcome back to the Black and Gold Report. We're still being joined by head baseball coach Paul O'Neill. So Coach, the heart of your baseball team is in its pitching staff. You have a 10-game winning returner in Brad Isom and an All-American closer, Braxton Lewis. Can you talk about your pitching staff this year and the strengths and weaknesses that you're going to have heading into this season?
Well, definitely our strengths, those are two very good players, obviously, and they are strengths to our staff. The back end of our bullpen, I feel, is still intact from a year ago, so that's obviously a big strength for us. As far as starting pitching goes, as far as weekend starters, Brad will fill one of those spots up right there. So we've got two other spots that have to be filled due to graduation. So that's an area of concern or a question mark that has to be seen what can be done there in those areas. So that's what we'll be looking to adjust to early in the season.
In the infield, you lost All-American Jason Coker as a hot corner, but a majority of the rest of your personnel is coming back. How strong do you see the Braves in the infield this season, and what personnel can we expect to see in the various open positions?
Okay, well, the middle of our infield is still intact with we're returning J.J. Williams and Aaron Parnell at shortstop and second base. So the middle is intact right there. So that's your core that we're working towards. The corner positions are still, it's a two-man fight over at third base and a two-man fight at first base. So we'll have to see who comes back in shape, obviously, in January, and who gets off to a good start in early February as far as who's going to eventually win out in those two positions for us.
Right now, talking about the outfield, UNCP parted ways with its all-time home run leader, Keith Whitman, as well as some of the players off the bench that have been able to play in the outfield. But you do return All-American candidate Josh Haley in center field, as well as Brad Isom in right field. Would you say the outfield is the strength of your Braves team this season, or would you say another position on the field is?
Well, bringing Josh back in center field, Josh is a four-year starter for us. Very good player. He'll anchor the middle of the defense right there for us in center field. Does an excellent job, obviously. We're expecting big things from him. Brad Bridgman in right field is a starter from last year who returned, so we're expecting strong things from him also to have another good year. Left field, obviously losing Keith Whitman, big loss. A lot of home runs right there, big threat in our lineup. It has to be replaced. Right now it looks like E.T. Mayos, who caught for us last year and DH'd, will play a good bit in left field for us this year for us, and will along with catching. So he'll be doing double duty between two positions for us. So we feel like our outfield will be very solid for us, and it'll be another good year for him.
Who are some of the players that were on the team last year that you expect to contribute on a more consistent basis this year, and what have those players done to improve their stock heading into 2012?
Okay, a couple of things. First, Alex Pierce, who was our starting catcher last year, and he did the bulk of the catching, him and E.T. Mayos. Alex will catch this year and he will pitch this year, so that'll be a dual role for him. That's something brand new for us. He'll get quite a few innings on the mound for us this year, so that'll be a different thing. Now, picking up the slack for Alex behind the plate will be Max Gagnon. Max was injured last year. He took a medical red shirt for his sophomore year. Max did catch quite a bit as a freshman with Alex 2 years ago. So Max will be back in the lineup behind the plate, looking to contribute in that area for us there. Over at first base, Kyle Adair is a leading candidate over at first base for us. Kyle has played a lot of third base in the past, so we're expecting him to, make a contribution to us at first base.
Okay, you have a large crop of newcomers coming in this year. Who have you identified that will contribute to the success of the program?
Wow, we do have a large crop of new guys that are coming in. With the new guys that are coming in, they are all very young. They're all freshmen. So they're young, they're inexperienced, but they are very exciting to watch. So it's quite interesting when you ask me that question. I think about the freshmen, as far as what what their roles are going to be and so forth. And I haven't quite identified every single role for each guy, but what I can tell you is with this freshman class, they will get on the field, they will get Peach Belt playing time, and you should come out and watch us play because they're very exciting to watch.
All right, thank you, Coach. And thank you for watching this week's edition of the Black and Gold Report. Until next week, go Braves.